Hello everyone and welcome to V8's Online's live coverage of the Australia-New Zealand Club Nascar Truck Series presented by V8's Online. Jay Kennedy and Isaac Edwards in the commentary booth for tonight's race, round 4 from Texas Motor Speedway. And good evening to you, Isaac. Very, very good. It's great to be here. Looking forward to seeing a bit more truck action. It's been awesome. Unfortunately, we missed last week due to a bit of a family issue I had at my end, but we're back this week and really looking forward to this. 53 laps await us here at Texas Motor Speedway. Yeah, quite a few tracks owned by that group, including New Hampshire as well. And also on the roadside as well, and a couple as well. But for me, the most similar track to this is probably Las Vegas, which we saw a couple of weeks ago. Good fun track, and Texas will absolutely destroy the tyres in the middle of a run. So 53 laps would definitely have pit stops, not only due to fuel, but we'll see some tyre strategy come into play in this race as well. I just realised that I haven't got your microphone turned on. There we go. Now people might be able to hear you in the background. Hello. Try again.
Hi guys, again. That was a bit of a
That was a rookie error on my part. Sorry.
that's okay. It happens even to the best of us.
Oh, jeez, I'm not the best anyway.
Okay then.
So we've got about 5 minutes left in qualifying at the moment. Ray Schroeder from Jason Martin and Rob Lee, the three guys who you would expect looking at the field on paper to be right up the front. But before we get too far into the race, we'll have a quick look at the championship standings as they are right now. With Jason Martin leading the way over Hayden Dodman. Ashley Lear in third, Rob Lee in fourth, Brad Matheson in fifth, who won't be racing tonight. I'm going to say a big happy birthday to Brad's daughter, Jasmine, who turns 5 today. The same date of birth as my son, Harrison, who turns 5 today. So happy birthday, Harrison. Blake Coppo in 6th position, Cody Bird in 7th, Brett Hender in 8th, David Webb 9th, and Mitchell McLeod in 10th. With a long way left in this championship, only 8 rounds counting. Still anyone's championship, but Jason Martin, at the moment, the dominant force, 9 points clear of Hayden Dodman.
We might see a bit of a more of a dominant factor this round, and probably for the remainder of the other 8 rounds coming towards us. Next round is, I believe, Bristol.
Rockingham next week.
Rockingham.
Yep, Rockingham next week, and then I believe it's Bristol the week after that, which I think is a fairly long race. I think 110 laps from memory.
Yeah, that's correct. 110 laps because it's a half mile.
Yep. And then after that, we head to Richmond, Talladega, Kansas, Charlotte. Round 11 at this stage is going to be Rockingham again, but that is subject to change. And then we finish off the season at Dover. One of the most bizarre mile tracks that we have in the service, so that'll be an entertaining rest of the schedule. But next week at Rockingham, I think will be a really, really enjoyable race. But before we get there, we have to get through Texas, which is a really fun track. It's almost flat out the whole way. Just lift off the throttle a little bit through 1, use the throttle to help you get position and turn through the corner through turns 1 and turn 3. Be on the power really, really early through 3 to get that run onto that front straight through the tri-oval. You do have to be really, really careful because you can get very, very hungry through the corner. Dip it into the apron and it's race over for you very, very, very quickly.
These cars are very different compared to all the other oval cars we do go that we see in real life, such as IndyCar. That if you even put one wheel onto the apron, the whole car seems to change the load to that wheel, then you just spin your car around.
So about 2 minutes left in qualifying. We've got, Bradley Matheson has turned up. I'm sure he'll be in trouble for coming on a night on his child's birthday. But how's that for random? Actually, without Harrison, my son, and Brad's daughter, Jasmine, I'm fairly sure were born in the same hospital. How's that? On the same day.
How coincidental.
How bizarre is that? I don't believe anyone else is going to do a qual time, so we might run through the starting grid with Ray Schroeder at the moment. Pole, I don't think he'll be beaten on that time of a 29.251. 7/1000ths of a second from Jason Martin in P2, and then Rob Lee,
That's close.
4/100ths of a second behind him. Then it's Hayden Dodman, only 5/100ths of a second behind in fourth. David Webb in fifth. Brett Hender in sixth position. We've got Liam Burns, Darren McKenzie, Matthew Collette, Ash Lear, Simon Black, Nick Crawford, Edward Foster, Sean Thompson, Mark Eastham, Jason Bentz, Sam McLeod, Simon Smith, Roger Clark, Simon Thomas, Mitchell McLeod, Scott Butler, Stephen Jenkins, Ray Kasser, Brendan McCarthy and Brad Matheson, as I just mentioned. As we can actually see, there's another truck just come out onto the track, which is Stephen Jenkins. We might quickly have a look at him while he does his qual time.
Yep. As we, I'm going to be observing how he drives the truck. It looks like he's decided to take the bit of a high line, coming down towards the.
He's coming in with the high line. He's only going to have time for one lap, so we're looking to get in the mid 29s. The track temp, actually, looking at these times, they're actually very, very quick lap times. You know, from the official sessions that I've done today, a lot of the really fast guys are only doing 29.5s and 29.6s, so seeing 29.2s is incredibly quick.
And looking on the sheet, the fastest time in an actual Camping World truck is done by Clint Boyer back in 2006, which is a 29.274.
29.6, which puts Stephen into 12th position. We've got 27 trucks who will take the grid in this race as the check flag is out, and that is the end of the session. So we'll have one lap under caution, or under the pace car I should say, and then we will have a 53 lap race. Who's your money on?
Oh, no doubt, Jason Martin.
Yeah, Jason's been very dominant this season already.
No doubt, no doubt.
He definitely knows how to wheel these oval cars, but Ray Schroeder's probably one we need to keep our eye on as well. Another one that's always thereabouts, Rob Lee. Does a very, very good job in the number 76 truck, but one that always is a real quiet achiever, does quite well. We'll have to keep our eye on as well. Simon Black, he will work his way through the field. If he can keep out of trouble through the no doubt wrecks that we will have, could see him up towards the pointy end at the end of this race.
Yeah, and be careful. And there's going to be a competition caution halfway through the race, so keep in mind on that. That might turn this race on its head.
It has the potential to. We'll mix up the way that this race is run. The guys obviously is forced into a caution, which is an interesting concept.
Interesting. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, with the way that this truck actually falls away with its tyre wear, after about 15, 16 laps, the guys will be hanging out for a caution, which will be on lap 27 if required. Now, if we do have a caution earlier, we will have the caution clock in effect, which will be for 20 minutes. And if that does come about, 20 minutes is around about 35 laps of green flag racing.
Wow.
Now, that will absolutely destroy a set of tyres. So there is every chance that after that, if we do end up going green and staying there running with the comp caution, it will be action-packed by the end of that because the guys will be out of control.
Yeah, well, without a doubt, as we see the pace car now pulling away and all the trucks come up behind it. Bit of a decent field here tonight.
Yeah, some really, really good names that we're seeing in the field tonight. I'm really impressed with the turnout, so I want to thank the community for their support in this series. It's turning into a series like we used to see back in the day when we used to have Thursday Oval Night for the AusNZ Club, which I'm really excited about to see it return. So thank you to everyone for jumping in and watching the broadcast and also jumping in and racing. It's really great to have the support of the community back out there in regards to a truck series or even an oval series for the Australian New Zealand Club. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's great to have everyone out there and involved, and hopefully we'll see it grow again as we start our first dirt series broadcast this weekend, this Saturday.
Oh, I love dirt. It's part of the family for me.
It's been an absolute amazing addition to iRacing, but we'll talk about it throughout the race. But we're about to get underway. Ray Schroeder with the field under control as the pace car will pull in right at the last second. And he is go. Green flag waves. We are go for 53 laps of Texas Motor Speedway, the Club Oz NZ Nascar Truck Series. Great jump from Hayden Dodman on the inside.
Great start by everyone.
Stephen Jenkins unfortunately has missed the start of the race, but looks like we're all clean through turn 1 and 2.
As we now will see the trucks form in a single line, coming to turn 3, almost like a freight train, but very soon they might split into their own draft train. Coming through now back into turn 1. So far, so good.
Yeah, good to see it all nice and clean to start with.
I was here for the first round at Phoenix, and it was crash fest.
Yeah, it was a very, very tough race, that first race at Phoenix. But this looks to be a lot cleaner. Much easier conditions. You see 7 and the 0-8 between Collette and Mackenzie change for position P8 and 9. Collette now ahead of Mackenzie.
The rest are now
We've
on
got a car in the wall back in the field. I think that may have been Scott Butler. No, sorry, it was Tim Craigill in the 56. He's got very, very loose coming through. 3 and 4. Whoa. He's got it. Yeah, we may stay green. We may stay green here. And we will.
No caution.
No caution. We go back to the front. Battle for the lead is on. Ray Schroeder holding on from Rob Lee.
That was a pretty good save there by Tim
Craigill.
Craigill.
Change of position.
Manages to not spin it around. And that's something that is...
Sorry, I was just going to say, Ash Lear up the inside of Darren McKenzie across the start-finish line.
Seems that the top 6 is in their own train now as the rest of the field starts to break off.
Well, we're going 3 wide. No, pull back into line. No. It's a 53 there of Edward Foster. Now up the inside, Ash Lear is going to lose out 2 positions.
That's what usually happens in NASCAR. If you get yourself in a draft train and you just fall yourself out of whack, you could be hung out to dry. When we go to Talladega, they'll be very prominent. Oh, we see Sam McLeod, and he's... Whoa!
Manages to hold on. We've got battle for 30s on. Jason Martin looked up the inside of Hayden Dodman, coming in through into 3, but he's backed out of it. We're now back into single file up the front, but those front 6 have definitely pulled away from the rest of the field.
Oh, without a doubt.
And the front 5 have pulled a bit of a gap. We've got Sean Thompson, who's run wide, and Simon Thomas up the inside, and Mitch McLeod coming through as well. So this is for 16th position. McLeod starting a long way back in the field from where you'd expect him to start.
Yeah.
Thompson actually looking very, very out of control in that truck. All sorts of loose.
Must be how he's driving it, because these are fixed setups.
Yep, fixed setup, so everyone has the same setup. Everyone's car is exactly, well, everyone's truck is exactly the same. I keep wanting to say car, but it's too hard not to. Martin looking really under control here. He's chasing down Dodman very aggressively.
He really wants to get the position, knowing that he's in the lead by 9 points in the standings.
And Dodman is second in the championship as well, so how it works, 43 points for first, right back to 43rd position with 1 point. All you have to do is complete 1 lap to get a point. So it's ranked through that, and you get a bonus point if you lead a lap, get a bonus point if you lead the most laps, and 3 bonus points if you win the race on the old traditional NASCAR point system.
Nowadays it's all done by stages, which like I said, first round, I'm not a fan of.
No, I'm not a fan. We've got the caution out.
Caution.
Got an incident with Simon Thomas. We'll pick up a replay of that. Thomas was in 15th position. With the V8s and 1 replay up on the screen at the moment. Looks like a bit of a self-spin. Just a little bit loose coming into 3. It's dropped below the apron with that bit of sideways motion. And around he goes. Unlucky. And, ooh, is he going to... Yeah, he's kept it out of the pit lane as well, so he won't get a penalty, which is good. But we are under caution for the first time.
Yeah, like I said before, you better be very careful coming in through the apron, because if you have one wheel onto the apron, the whole load shifts, and then just lose control of your truck. In trucks here, you have a increased chance because you've pretty much got more drag than the Xfinity and Monster Energy cars.
It'll be interesting to see how guys go with strategy. I know personal experience, as I said, I've raced a couple of races here today. Definitely do not want to be taking 2 tyres, so I would expect most of the guys to take 4. There might be someone back in the field who might do a sneaky 2 tyre stop and see how we go, but I expect the field to come out of the pits pretty much the same as they go into the pits right now. See all the trucks entering the lane.
They're all entering lane, some sort of a conga line.
Now, we mentioned before, while we're under caution, we will be starting our first ever truck broadcast series starting Saturday night. We'll be bringing you the OSR Sprint Cup series, which I'm really... Sprint Car Series, I keep wanting to say Sprint Cup Series, but Sprint Car Series will be from Eldora Speedway. Really looking forward to bringing you the action for that one. I'll be out on track myself, which will be rather exciting. Can't wait to jump out as we see Battle of Pit Lane. Rob Lee, Jason Martin, side by side. I think Martin may have just got Lee on exit.
Must have.
Yeah, he's gone ahead of him. That was rather close there. 1 second slower stop. Sorry, 1 second quicker stop for Martin over Lee. So change of position. Martin was in 4th. He's now up to P2. Yeah, so first ever truck broadcast for us starting Saturday night. Really looking forward to that. Dirt. Oh, geez, I'm really not with it tonight. Dirt for the first time on V8s Online. Really looking forward to coverage of that. It has been so much fun to race out there in the dirt. I'm just noticing Simon Thomas actually drove through the pit lane and didn't stop in his box. So he's going back through again, and he'll actually make his stop now. So we'll bring that Saturday night.
Unlucky.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he must have missed his pit box because he's now pulled into his pit bay. And then obviously Sunday night we'll continue our coverage of the Carrera Cup Australia series. Jeez, I'm really not with it tonight. Carrera Cup Australia will be on Sunday night, then Monday night we'll be back for V8 Supercar action from Imola. So we're back to Imola again after we were there for V8 Supercar Online Premier Series last week.
I need to start watching the V8 Cups again.
Definitely do. It was unbelievable finish to the race. You may have seen on our social media platforms this week. It's had over 40,000 views. The short video of the final 2 laps, which was one of the most amazing finishes to a race we've broadcast pretty much in the history of V8s Online. So if you haven't seen it, jump onto our social media platforms at V8s Online on Twitter /V8s Online on Facebook, and you will be able to see the video. Also check out the V8 Scops Facebook page. It was shared on that originally, but we have shared it as well. We had a massive amount of views. It was an incredible finish between Jared Filsell and Richard Hampstead. So we've got 40 to go. So we may actually, looking at how long left in the race, 20 minutes before the comp caution, we may not actually have the comp caution. Simon Smith into the pits in the number 48 Monster Energy Haas Racing Chevy Silverado. So drivers now line up side by side, getting ready to go again. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. It was a fantastic finish to an amazing race on Sunday just gone. We're another month away from our next broadcast of the Premier Series, which will be from Oran Park, a home track for most of our drivers, which, well, a large number of our drivers, I should say. I shouldn't say most, because some are from Victoria and some from all over the world, but really looking forward to bringing the coverage of that to you in a couple of weeks. But we've got plenty to get through before we get to that.
Yeah, plenty more.
So as we saw at the start, Ray Schroeder controlling the field.
Race car is now pulling into the pits.
Nice early jump too from Schroeder. He pulls away.
That was a good jump.
It's on though for second. Side by side for second position between Jason Martin and Rob Lee. Rob Lee up the inside in the Tonka. Actually, you can say Tonka truck.
Yeah, Tonka truck.
I feel like I'm out in the sand pit saying Tonka truck. You've got Hayden Dodman also on Jason Martin. So something strange with Martin at that restart. Managed to jump the guys in the pits, but he's lost all that time advantage that he had.
Yeah, must have had a really poorly timed jump, but he's dropped 2 positions. But he might come back up. Who knows?
Brett Hender up the inside, gets past David Webb, who's run very, very wide in the 17 truck, but we're all messed up back in the field. Ashley, Edward Foster, Simon Black, Mitch McLeod. They need to sort themselves out. Ashley chops the nose down on Simon Black.
Well, I was about to say this is going to spell disaster.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, I don't think. Jason Bent's also getting involved now as well.
Well, here comes its own draft train.
Tell you who's in a bit of trouble is David Webb. He's stuck on that outside end, that outside groove. McLeod almost up the inside of Black. And now Bent's looking to capitalise. You have to be really careful on that outside there. That wall comes up really, really quick. So Bent's. Hang on to it, Jason.
Oh, hang on to it, son. 3 wide. Oh, he's hit it.
Oh, he's hit the wall, but he's going to keep it green. Yes. Side by side just there as well between Sean Thompson and Brad Matheson. They keep it under control though, but a battle for the lead is on. All these front 5 guys, we've got Schroeder, Lee, Dodman, Martin and Burns, who have pulled away from the rest of the field.
No doubt about that. They're in their own right. They're in their race of their own. Watch out for the rest of the other drivers. They might be in a race of their own either as well.
We've got Schroeder, Lee, Dodman, Martin. Then it's Burns, McKenzie, Collette, Hender, Foster and Lee, your top 10. If you are wanting to keep a track throughout the entire field, live timing is available at vertsonline.com/live-timing. If you want to head over to there and you can check out where your favourite driver or where your friends are, depending on if you actually have friends racing. Some people do. If you are tuning in for the first time, this is Verts Online. We are covering the Australia-New Zealand Nascar Truck Series. We're here for 53 laps from Texas Motor Speedway. Jay Kennedy and Isaac Edwards in the booth. We've got a positional change. Oh, who's that? That's a 53. Down below the white line, Edward Foster. Oh, Simon Black's around.
Oh.
Big crash. Mitch McLeod and Simon Black involved. And the caution is out. We will grab a replay in just a second. But
Simon Black just went up and over.
Yeah, we'll get the replay up on the screen. I think Simon and Mitchell had an issue with that truck that I'd mentioned ahead, Edward Foster. He dropped below the white line and they checked up from the truck ahead, and I don't think they realised how checked up it was.
Yeah,
there's actually a little bit of a netcode contact there between the 17 David Webb and the 351 of Simon Black. And Black, his truck is a little bit mangled, but we have got a quick repair, so you'll be able to get back in the pits, get his truck fixed, and be able to go around again, which is always good to see.
Oh, it's always good.
Now, interesting now as well, whether we will see guys in the lane or continuing on. We are nearly at half race distance. Everyone is in the lane by the looks. Will anyone stay out? I don't believe anyone is going to stay out. There's a truck back in the field that possibly will.
They might be coming in for a splash or dash or just a quick tyre change.
Mark Easton continuing on. He will receive the lucky dog. It's 2 laps down at the moment, unfortunately. The timing screen is absolutely lit up with everything happening in the lane. We've got the camera on the pit exit, so let's keep an eye on it. Jason Martin looked like he had the jump, but was unable to pull away. But Liam Burns and Brett Hender have both got ahead of Hayden Dodman, who had a very, very slow pit stop, 16 seconds.
That's pretty slow.
It's rather slow. So Dodman now drops back to 6th position in the Toyota Tundra.
Yeah, that's the only 2 manufacturers in the truck series.
We only have the Chevy Silverado, yeah.
But in the actual NASCAR series, every now and again you might see a Ford F-150 in it.
Very, very occasionally. It's the reason we don't have the Ford F-150 in the iRacing service is that there aren't enough teams with enough support who have the truck available for iRacing to scan and grab the correct data. So that is the reason why, unfortunately, there's no Fords in the field. We aren't far away from going green again. No, we've got 2 more laps.
Speaking of NASCAR, if you guys haven't noticed already that the Toyota Camry has been updated to the 2017 spec, which is a completely new model, and it should be out in Australia and worldwide by late this year. It's to replace the current spec Toyota, which is due to finish late this year, as around the exact same time as the manufacturing in Australia closes its final chapter.
Championship standings as they were before this race up on the screen. Run through them before the race, but we'll quickly run through them again. Jason Martin in the lead of the championship over Hayden Dodman, Ashley and Rob Lee, then Brad Matheson running at the top 5, but it is very, very early in this championship season, so still a long way to go. But Jason Martin at the moment looking towards the championship, nice and consistent, staying up towards the pointy end of every race we've seen so far.
No doubt. Just want to catch my eye on one truck. That's car number 16, currently driven by Nicholas Crawford. It's very colourful, we should say.
Yeah, it's a bit bright, that one. It's very bright. I don't know what else to say with that. We are going to go green next time by. Running our second caution. We've got 30 laps left in this race. I don't think we'll have to worry about the time restriction on this one tonight, which is good. Due to the iRacing service going down, we had to put a time restriction on, but we won't go anywhere near it. Guys are actually getting some decent green flag runs in before we seeing our cautions. It looks like Simon Black has managed to make it back out on the track. He's unfortunately 2 laps down, but with how these races play out, 2 laps down is absolutely nothing. You can easily get back into this field. Now, one thing I've just noticed with that Tonka truck we're seeing out there driven by Rod Lee, you notice that it's actually full of gravel in the back of the Tonka truck?
Yes, I have noticed that.
That's quite clever, well done.
Yeah, round of applause to the graphic designer who made that. That is actually pretty clever.
So Schroeder comes around to take the green flag, controlling the field. He has jumped early on everyone so far, and he's done it again. Martin has managed to stick on this time. And he is side by side with Rob Lee coming into turn number 1. We're 3 wide back in the field, but all under control back in the field as well, which is good to see.
Very good.
Martin has managed to get ahead
of big
Rob Lee.
Pack.
Look at Burns and Dodman. Dodman will actually slip into 5th. He did restart in 6th, so he's managed to get ahead of Brett Hender. This front 8 guys, they haven't been able to break away like they did before. Front 9 actually broken away. Yeah, 3 wide back in the field. We've got McLeod, Sam McLeod that is, and Sean Thompson, Simon Smith. Out in the wall on the outside is Sean Thompson in the 85, stuck up against the wall. Very, very easy to do as well.
It is. If you get just a tad loose, then your car might as well hit the wall. But my best bet is to try and hit the safer barrier wall, not the wall itself, because
Yep.
the safer barrier gives you less damage.
Yep, the outside wall there on there.
Oh,
We
spin!
do hit spin
Spin!
back in the field.
Oh, multiple cars! Multiple cars.
Big crash back in the field. Sam
Oh.
McLeod involved, the 16's involved, 64, the 17. We will get a replay up on the screen in just a moment.
Looked
Not
like it got
quite
pushed.
sure who caused that. Replay coming up.
Oh, it looks like the number 5. Looks like the number.
Yeah, 5 truck just up inside of the 04 of McLeod, and then McLeod helped while he's sideways by the 48. Not much he could do there. The 5 and the 04 both trying to get the same bit of road. May not have been enough room there for the 5 to get his nose quite in there, but we're under caution once again. And this will mean the lucky dog will go to Mark Eastham. No, it won't, because he was involved in that wreck. I'm not sure who'll get the lucky dog. Simon Black might be lucky enough to get this lucky dog. Keep an eye on it and see who pits under caution. Got guys actually nose to tailing under caution. So Simon Black on screen at the moment, currently in 24th position. Unfortunately, involved in that first caution we had, or second caution, we should say.
Just looking through the replay here, we see the number 04 has actually tagged the number 40 truck, which was their teammate. So
it's actually father and son.
Oh no! Oh, imagine the debrief.
They'll be having a good laugh. Don't worry about that. So it looks like Simon Black has picked up the lucky dog. Half the field has pitted, half has not. But interestingly, we have a new race leader. So Frank Schroeder has pitted. Rob Lee, also who was in third position, has pitted. But Jason Martin has opted to stay out. So he will pick up a bonus point for leading a lap now.
That's pretty good. That
clever strategy.
In the championship strategy, that will instantly go in his favour, no doubt about that.
We've had 4 laps of green flag running, so 4 lap old tyres. It'll be interesting to see how much of a difference that will make. Brett Hender stayed out as well. Darren McKenzie stayed out. Ashley now into 5th position. He's stayed out. Roger Clark stayed out. And Matthew Collette has stayed out. So 7 trucks have stayed out. Also Simon Black stayed out as well, who's now back to 1 lap down. Just making his way back up through the field. So another caution. Actually has to get ahead of Mark Eastham, who's coming into the pits now. Of course, has to wait until the field has pitted, being a lap down truck, before he is allowed to pit. Simon Black also coming into the lane.
That's always been a rule in NASCAR. You can't pit when you're a lap down. You have to wait until the next lap.
Yep. Good rule too. Keeps the field a bit more interesting.
Does. Might throw at which end or whatever.
So I'll run through the field as it stands once again. We've got the leaderboard on screen. So Martin from Dodman, Hender, McKenzie, then it's Lear, Clark, Collette, Schroeder, the first of the pitters, then it's Lee, Burns, Foster, Jenkins, Smith, Matheson, Webb, Sam McLeod, Thomas, Crawford, Mitch McLeod, Butler, Eastham, the first truck a lap down, then Simon Black, Bentz, Thompson, Craghill, and we've got Casa and McCarthy, who did not start the race.
Yeah, that's your field here at Texas Motor Speedway.
I think there will be 2 to go. It'll be 23 to go when we cross the line. Sorry, I just cut you off then.
That's okay. There should be an update regarding the Tundra very soon, because I checked the iRacing website and it does have the 2017 model Tundra, which has actually quite surprised me as we now go 1 to green. It's really surprised me that they're still using the 2016 Tundras, while in the actual Camping World Truck Series they are using the 2017 Toyota Tundras, which have a slight facelift. Nothing major, it's probably some minor changes, that's all.
Yeah, I don't think the changes are enough for us to warrant a massive update, considering the extra content we've had in iRacing released in the last 2 weeks, which obviously is dirt. I've had a massive update to the V8 Supercar, and a lot of the GT3 cars as well have also had their cars updated. But we're not far away from going green again. This will be the 4th time we go green. Jason Martin now leading the field away with Hayden Dodman on the outside. One to watch will be the truck in P8. Yellow truck on the outside row, 4th row back. Number 42 of Ray Schroeder in the Pennzoil Shell truck. First truck to have completed a pit stop. As Martin goes, we are green.
What? That's a brilliant jump.
I think he surprised the leaders, the rest of the leading group there on when he's gone. But a good jump, and we are 3 wide right at the back of the field. But we are all through turn 1 and 2.
Down the back straight. Into turn 4 now. It's so far, so it's pretty good as we go 2 wide. Oh, contact! Number 5 and number 04.
04 is around Sam McLeod, and we are staying green. We are staying green, so we will continue on. We've got 21 laps to go. We'll go back to the front. Actually, we'll go to the battle for 7th and 6th position. Roger Clark's Ray Schroeder. Schroeder up the inside with fresh tyres, and that is moved done.
That was a good
move.
Car!
Hold on to it. It's going to drive it down the pit lane.
Wow.
No, he's held onto it. And we're staying green again. Oh, good driving. Great driving. That's Matthew Collette. Unlucky, but he's held onto it, so he's going to be praying for a caution. We've got McKenzie and Hender nice and close, but here comes Ray Schroeder up the inside of Ashley Lear. Now, Rob Lee got a little bit tangled up in that. He's dropped back to 10th position. He started in 9th. So he's wearing out these fresh tyres. Stephen Jenkins, who petted at the same time, has managed to get ahead of Rob Lee.
All the other tracks around, all the other cars around there seem to be in their own pack, within at least half a car space. So no sign of any other challenges. So, but might see one coming real soon.
Got the 24 and the 16, I believe. Is it? No, the 64. Sorry, he's a lap down, so won't worry about that. But Darren McKenzie side by side with Brett Hender, and here comes Schroeder to get the position as well. Job done, and McKenzie has scraped the wall, and he's going to be susceptible to Ashley into turn 3.
Oh, you're going to hate it when it happens, because when you hit the wall, the car slows down, and if you stay on the wall to the point that the car really slows down, it's going to hurt bad.
Ashley up the inside, move done. Very, very tough to keep it on the outside groove. With the low rubber state the track is in at the moment, starting the track with about 20% tyre use into it, or wear into it. Guys will be probably around about 40% usage now. Martin and Dodman have just broken away from the rest of the field, but Schroeder is trying his hardest to catch up now that he has managed to clear all of the other cars that did not pit. Now finds himself in P3.
Just looking here, several cars have packed up, as moved to their own pack, either in a group of 2 or a group of 3. Trying to look back and see if there's any more than just that, but at the moment it's just a group of 2 or a group of 3 battling all by themselves, and nothing has come out of it at the moment. So clean laps. Whoa, that is very close. 3 wide into the triover for 14, 24 and the 64, and they've managed to get out of that very
side by side with Crawford and McLeod, 15th and 16th position. McLeod's been in the wars tonight. And side by side Rob Lee up the inside finally of Stephen Jenkins, managed to get clear. He's actually got a bit of damage to the rear of that truck as well. Haven't quite picked up where that happened, possibly in that little incident we saw earlier with Matthew Collette. Not quite sure. Battle 1st and 2nd, staying at around about 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, and now they're going to have to deal with another thing, and that is traffic ahead of them. That's the number 5, I presume, coming out of them at full rates of speed. So the number 5 has to yield somewhere. My best bet is to try and stay high coming through the corners, or try to stay low in the straights. So to get out of everyone's way, because the only thing that's coming out of the rear view mirror are the leader cars. Here we go. So Jason Martin has to try and well,
He's going to go.
Thomas.
Well, caution's out.
Well, caution.
We have a caution. Matthew Collette is into the wall, I believe, in turn 3. Pick up the replay and see exactly what's happened. But he's the truck that was slowing on the back straight. And now, believe it or not, Simon Black will be back on the lead lap now. It's just dropped below the white line coming through 1 and 2. It's sent him out sideways and he's just looped it. And he's managed to keep it off the wall, which is a fantastic effort. Caution's come out as he's come up really close to another truck being slow on the track. But well done for keeping it out of the wall. That was some good driving.
Yeah, I was looking for the replay now, and it looks like he had saved it, but the car stated otherwise, and it got into itself a bit of a spin. But yeah, well done. Try not to hit the walls. But back into live traffic, that could have ended on a different note.
Now, strategy. Now, what do you do? Martin and Dodman have been 21 laps on this set of tyres. Schroeder 14. We will have probably 7 to go when we go green.
Yeah, no. It's always the undercut, pretty much.
Interesting here, Schroeder may be able to just do 2. And be able to jump these 2. We'll keep our eye on Schroeder as they come through the pit lane. Will anyone stay out is probably the biggest gamble. I don't think anyone will.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 goes in. 3 stay out.
Yeah, I think they may be lap down trucks though. The 64 is a lap down. 351 is a lap down as well. He will get the lucky dog, I'm fairly sure. The guys are pulling into the pit box.
Looks like
Schrader's definitely taking 4 tyres. Dodman's got the jump.
Yes. That's pretty good. It must have had a quicker pit stop compared to Jason Martin.
Yeah, it definitely did. Definitely a quicker pit stop. 13.5 second stop for Dodman versus a 14.5 for Martin and a 14.3 for Schroeder. Quickest pit stop was Brad Matheson with a 9.2 second stop, so he's obviously taken 2 tyres.
Yeah, you don't usually get that type of time, as the rest of the trucks now go into the pits. The ones that have been a lap down tend to go. Oh.
Now Simon Black's not going to pit. He obviously didn't get the lucky dog. I'm not quite sure. Maybe Mitchell McLeod was the lucky dog. I'm not sure on that. And Simon Black will get waved by the pace car. I'm used to saying pace truck being dirt. The pace car. Next lap by, I'm fairly sure. Keep talking about dirt because I'm very, very keen to jump in and do some dirt racing after this finishes tonight. And if you haven't heard, we will be broadcasting our first dirt series starting this Saturday night. Will be the 410 sprint car at Eldora. Will be an awesome event. We'll be bringing Saturday night trucks to you. I'll be out on track crashing somewhere, so make sure you tune in. It will be entertaining for sure. Hopefully we'll have quite a full field of that. We know the truck series that the dirt series that started on Wednesday night, the Australia Dirt Series, had about 100 entries, so could end up with some massive fields. Is McLeod back in the pits? Not quite sure as to why, but Dodman leading the field in first position, not leading the field as in the first car on the road, because Black will get waved by the pace car very, very soon. Martin in P2, then it's Schroeder in 3rd, Brett Hender in 4th position, and Ashley Lear in 5th position. With the top 3 guys in the championship within the top 5 in this race.
Wow. As we go to see, some black has just been wet by. We'll go 1 to green, and I hope that's our last caution
Fingers
for
crossed.
the night.
And if there is another caution, if it's in the next 2 laps, we might get some green flag running right at the end. Otherwise, it'd be really, really great to see this last 7 lap sprint to the flag stay green. That would be fantastic.
That will be so much fun. We finish on. We could be finishing on a green, but
That would be exciting.
It will.
They're coming down the back straight. When they cross the line, there'll be 7 to go in this race. The Torque Inc. number 11 of Hayden Dodman on the inside. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Jason Martin in the Fox. Number 21, Chevy Silverado. P2. Pace car about to pull into the lane.
Who's going to take the hot seat here? Who's going to have the good jump?
Dodman will probably go very early and does. Green flag.
Does.
And Ashley has got a massive run, but gets balked by Ray Schroeder. Couldn't go anywhere.
No. Whoa.
Crash back in the field. Big crash. McLeod, Black, and Butler. We are under caution once again. We will get a replay.
Yeah. Oh man. Didn't even make the first.
Yeah, McLeod actually did a naughty thing there. He got a massive run around the outside and going a bit too quick for what everyone else was expecting. Got his nose clipped accidentally. I got his tail clipped accidentally, but yeah, that's naughty. Not allowed to do that.
No. Was he on the brakes? Because I don't think he was.
This is rather naughty from McLeod.
Yeah.
I'll be having a word to him after too. This is naughty, not allowed.
Have a bit of a slap on the wrist. Don't do it again.
That's very naughty.
But
and the reason it's not allowed is because of what just happened there, causing another caution. So we will have time to go green by the looks.
Was he clipped from behind?
Yeah, he was
from
clipped.
Number 48?
Yeah, he was clipped. Unintentionally, but he was clipped. The field checks up big time, almost wrecking on the front straight.
Ugh.
So we're going to have a 2-lap dash here at the end of this race.
Man, that's insane. Honestly, if it was me, if that happened, I would try and lock it down and try and get away from everyone else. But by the looks of things, he might have not been on the brakes and must have braked at the last second. Too little, too late, unfortunately. Number 5, I believe, has spun through and actually hit the pace car.
Yep, he's through. He's received the lucky dog, so he'll become back around to take the front of the field. So Hayden Dodman leading the field at the moment.
So how many different winners have been
We've had
in this race?
Yeah, we've had 3 different winners at this stage.
Wow.
Hayden Dodman won the race at Vegas. Jason Martin won the first race at Phoenix. Blake Coppo won last week at Martinsville. So this actually, looking at the points, will close it up by 4 points, or sorry, 3 points.
Wherever close it is, it's gonna get really close. So number 21 and the number 42 are going side by side, and they haven't gone 1 to green as of yet.
They'll be just checking each other for damage, I'm fairly sure.
Don't know what's to go there, and now he's gonna shoot up
Yeah, shoot up ahead.
Dobman,
So yeah, just up near there. So be getting Ray just to check and see if he's got any damage.
which is actually a pretty good move.
It's quite common in a lot of these races where the drivers that know each other um, will help each other out and look at what's happening damage wise on their trucks. We've got 17 trucks left on the lead lap.
Oh my.
And we're coming to 3 to go. We'll have one more lap before the green flag drops.
So this is a green-white checkered situation at the moment, as far as
Unofficial green-white checkered.
Yeah, the unofficial green-white checkered, because unfortunately the green-white checkered period in actual NASCAR is no longer happening because of the overtime line, and I believe that is now gone thanks to the new stages.
The overtime line's still in place, but don't have green-white checker in iRacing either. They cut off at the exact lap number, so we are on lap 51 of 53, so 3 to go. We will see the next flag once the green drops will be the final flag. Well, if it's the white flag, obviously they'll keep racing.
Yep. Anyone crashes here, there might be they might have no caution, like they do in actual NASCAR. As we all now go side by side, getting ready to go green. Nascar about to go into the field.
And
Dobman
waits. No, he waited a little bit. Now he's on the throttle.
Looks like
Schroeder with a good start.
Kind of lagged a bit. Not really lagged a bit internet wise, but was a little bit late on the throttle. Thankfully everything's a-okay.
3 wide back in the field. We've got the 16 of Crawford, the 17 of Webb. We've got the 045 of Matheson and Rob Lee in the 76. And Matheson, we're fairly sure, only took 2 tyres in the last stop. We're 3 wide with 1 to go.
This is crazy town.
We go back to the front. Looks like Dodman may get away with this. He's managed to pull a little bit of a gap on Martin. That pit stop right at the end, enough. He's coming around the final corner for the final time in the Torque Toyota Tundra number 11. Takes a win. Jason Martin P2. Ray Schroeder in P3. Ash Lear in 4th. Close at the end between Brett Hender and Darren McKenzie. Roger Clark 7th. Rob Lee 8th. Brad Matheson holds on to 9th. David Webb in 10th position. What an awesome finish to that race.
It was, and I thought we were going to go one more, with at least one more lap. That could have gone down to the wire.
It's a pretty close ending to that race, but that was really, really good finish. So well done to Hayden Dobman. He picks up his 2nd win of the series. But Jason Martin dominant once again in regards to consolidating a good overall average position. Managed to lead a lap to get that bonus point as well. So he'll pick up 43 points. Ray Schroeder will pick up 43 points as well for leading the most laps and leading a lap. Hayden Dobman will pick up 47 points for leading a lap and being the race winner. So nice and close between the front 3 in regards to points overall. But we'll run through the official results as they stand. Hayden Dobman in P1, Jason Martin 2nd, Ray Schroeder in 3rd, Ashley in 4th, Brett Hender in 5th, Darren McKenzie 6th, Roger Clark in 7th, Rob Lee in 8th, and Brad Matheson 9th, David Webb in 10th. And over the page we've got Liam Burns, Edward Foster, Stephen Jenkins, Nick Crawford, Simon Smith, Mark Eastham, Sam McLeod, Simon Thomas, Matthew Collette, Simon Black, and Scott Butler, Mitch McLeod, Jason Bentz, Sean Thompson, Tim Craighill, and then Ray Kassar and Brendan McKenzie did not start this 53 lap race.
As I'm seeing Car 11 doing a burnout on the grass.
Yeah, fairly common for the Talk boys to just do burnouts on the grass because we're all pretty useless. But thanks for joining me tonight, Isaac. It was a good race.
Yeah, it was. Hopefully I'm back here next round for Rockingham. Yeah, that's going to be quite tough.
Yeah, next week, obviously the official real life series has a week off in the trucks, so we'll head to a track that we don't go to anymore, sadly. It's Rockingham Speedway, one of the more fun, bizarre shaped mile circuits. So we'll go there next week. We'll have, I think it's 60 laps of racing or 50 laps of racing. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, we'll be racing there next week. Remember, our next broadcast will be on Saturday night for the OSR Dirt Series. And Sunday night we'll have Carrera Cup Australia. Monday night we'll have official V8s. And we'll be back here again next Thursday night. So you can catch us now 4 times a week. Also have some special events coming up in the next couple of weeks as well, so make sure you keep an eye on our Facebook page, facebook.com/V8s Online. Also follow us on Twitter at V8s Online. Well, we might wrap it up. Thanks again, Isaac, for an awesome broadcast.
No worries, I'll be here next time.
Thanks, mate. You are watching V8s Online's coverage of the iRacing Australia New Zealand Club Nascar Truck Series, round 4 at Texas Motor Speedway. Your winner, Hayden Dodman.